We're live.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. You were first this time. I clicked you in before I clicked me in.
Um, yeah, I don't got no comment on that.
What's that?
Well, I was going to say age before beauty, but you're older, and that's about it.
Um. Okay.
Aren't you
She,
older than me?
she's the beauty.
Okay,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
and she's definitely younger than I am.
Right. She's like a month old, maybe.
Yeah.
Wow. This looks super orange on, like reddish orange on there, but not so much on here.
Hmm.
The normal colors. I got to write down what I have to replace. My son asked me.
Right.
Yeah. My son asked me if what I wanted for my birthday is like. He's asking. Yeah, I know you think I want Chinese. I'm not talking about that, son. I'm talking about Rogan. Your grapes? He's eating grapes.
What?
Eli, he's eating grapes.
Oh, okay.
He wanted the world to know.
Okay.
I'm sure he didn't want to buy the world a Coke. How's that for showing my age?
Yeah, a little bit.
As usual, Golden Opens, Ultramarine Blue, Quinacridone Magenta, I said it, Burnt Umber, Cadmium Yellow Dark, Cerulean Blue, Golden Black. I should have planned that out a little better. But that's pretty much where it's going to go. Cadmium Orange. May play around with a little bit of cadmium red medium. We will see. And obviously, titanium white. I use so much titanium white. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, if it's anything like I've seen in oil and water, it's super easy to overpower the white, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm constantly mixing. Like I'll add a tad of black. I'll add white because you add black and white to a color, and obviously it grays it out.
Right.
But that also mutes it a little bit, so it's not so potent. And Mr. Joe Schmo is here.
Oh,
Eli.
Joe Schmo is here.
Greetings. Thank you.
We were waiting for you.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, time ran out. Eli was waiting for you.
He
Yeah,
was.
I know.
New bag.
Goodbye.
Yep.
He said new bag.
Broken. My bag wreck.
Oh yeah,
His
yeah.
other
yeah.
bag ripped.
Oh,
All right.
He was just eating grapes.
Ah, cool.
red
What's
or
going
The
green?
on?
story I was telling was that Logan asked what I wanted for my birthday, and he was trying to figure out brushes or Copic markers or whatever, and I'm like, you might be better off just getting a Amazon gift card or something, because my brushes, the things that I need, I'm very particular on what I need,
Right.
and I didn't want him to, try to buy something that I wasn't going to use, and then he'd feel insulted if I didn't use it. So,
Right.
like, it doesn't really matter. It's my birthday. The point is that you thought of me. That's all, But
Right.
now that I'm thinking about it, I need titanium white, quinacridone magenta. So I could probably give him a couple of colors I need.
There you go. Sounds good, yeah.
Trying to find stuff that's not so expensive, you know what I mean?
Right on.
The brushes that I need or want, they're costly, so I don't want to do that. So yeah, I gotta cover up the trees.
All right.
The trees are disproportionately large. This is not even supposed to be big trees, and that's a castle size.
Right.
Right.
This is like a couple of stories, so trees in the castle walls wouldn't come over the wall. So it looks like it's two different dimensions going on, and I can't really have that.
Right.
So
I mean,
I
you
talked to
could.
my patron,
Well, yeah. But
because that's
this is the Baldur's Beautiful Special Edition. Man.
suppose I should put on some music. No topics today?
Oh, I can.
Not really. I mean, I'm sure we'll pull one up.
Well, I got
What
one for you
happened?
because I thought about it last night. Wasn't thinking about this stream, but last night, right before I got to sleep, thought popped in my brain.
All
Can you sunburn your nipples?
I think
Yes. Yes,
You can.
But I know you can get jogger's nipple. And
That's
that'll make
different.
it well, no, I'm saying that's a temperature thing.
But
So, and that'll make
well, my phone was downstairs last night, and so I asked I just said it. I wasn't really expecting my wife to look it up, but she grabbed her phone and Googled it. And yes, you can sunburn your nipples, but then she started going down this rabbit hole, and that got
that sounds
disturbing.
dangerous.
Well, she's found all these articles about Josh Brolin, who apparently tried something called perineum sunning, or as some people call it, and it's my personal favorite term, taint tanning.
Yep. I've heard of that, and asshole sunbathing, and
Yeah, taint tanning is still my favorite.
I would not
Wow.
want to take a chance on getting a sunburn on my testicles.
Oh, I know. Just the whole thing made me laugh. I just could not. I was like, really? People are
Yeah.
really doing this? Like, they're ruining. Stick it where the sun don't
Some
shine.
things really don't need to be tan.
Right now, the sun shines there for some people.
Yeah.
Mostly French, right?
I just. I don't know.
Politically incorrect joke warning.
Well, plus, I'm sorry. I've always thought it was kind of cute when you see, tan lines. So,
On an asshole?
well, I don't look that closely there. I'm just saying, cheeks
Yeah, I
in
guess it
general.
doesn't matter if it's an asshole or not.
I'm just saying, cheeks. It's cute. But
What?
hey, I'm just.
Yeah.
Those are the things that keep me up at night. So.
Wow, they keep you up at night.
Taint tanning
Yeah.
keeps you up.
Maintaining.
Well, then I couldn't figure out if that sounds like a great name for a band or just a character could be called Taint Tanning. And
Well, I
Taint
know
tanning.
I tattooed a pair of underwear on a girl once,
what?
and they covered that spot. And she told some guys in Florida, and the band's like, now we're gonna have to write a song called Tattered Taint.
Yeah, I remember that.
And as far as I know, she did. Oh yeah, she's never been shy about showing it.
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah, she told me, look.
Matter of fact, she may be watching at some point along here.
awesome.
However, she's won awards for that stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, ain't there many people that can say they have award-winning tints.
That's true.
Oh my
Well,
God.
Maybe in the adult entertainment industry.
That's majestic. That's just
But
wonderful.
she's not in the adult entertainment industry, so.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought you might find that amusing.
Nothing but highbrow humor here.
I'm Testicles with the tan taint.
Oh. God.
It's wonderful.
Tanning sounds like somebody doing a cheap movie of
Right? Or
what's his name? Tatum.
Tatum. Whatever. Tatum, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Whatever that dude's name is. Yeah. Channing. Alright. Channing.
I am glad.
I
I asked my son this morning. I was like, I mentioned that I'm on a stream, on a YouTube stream, and I don't say what the name of it is, and it's not mine, obviously. Can you find it on your own? He's like, nah, probably not. It'd be kind of hard. I was like, oh, thank goodness. Because the last thing I need is for them to come into my class tomorrow and ask me about taint tanning.
How would I go about this? Do I put sunscreen on my nutsack?
Yeah.
That sounds like a country song. Sunscreen on my nutsack.
Would you burning up my tank? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, just so many wrong things with all of that. I just I can't understand why you would feel the need. And part of me also says kudos for following through.
That off.
Oh, yeah.
That's a need only because their taint's going to be visible to other people at some point.
Oh, I gotta mute this for a second. Hold on.
All right. I'll leave my
What's happening in the world of Joe?
Huh?
I said, what's happening in the world of Joe?
A lot of walking.
No luck with the electrical system?
No, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody because I sent an email and nobody ever got back to me. So I'm
So
gonna
you're
talk
not
to
rating
somebody.
their service very high right now, huh?
Yeah, the bike's fine. It's just the customer service here.
Well, it's kind of hard to say something's fine when they don't work.
It's something small, dude. I know it is. I don't know if there's a reset for it or what.
Definitely don't think that I'm like making fun of you or something, because I'm not. But
No.
that's pretty screwed up.
Well, I mean, I got a warranty. So I just fucking have them pack it back up if it comes to it. I'll be like, look, send me a new bike or fix this one. I'm under warranty, you know. Bang, bang, oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Welcome back.
Well, Rich, I told my wife about your tape tattoo,
She wants
and
one
she
now.
said, I don't know if I want his tainted fingers to touch me ever.
What?
Tainted fingers.
You know we wear gloves, right?
And you're using a needle instead of your fingers, I would assume.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, you have to use one hand to stretch the
Yeah,
skin.
he just sharpens his fingernail.
Yeah, just
You have to use one hand to stretch the skin. So,
oh yeah, sure.
but
sure.
yeah, I mean, we do wear gloves, and you should probably know that. If our
you just-
tattoo artist isn't wearing gloves,
You drop the cheeks open with a popsicle stick, yeah.
if our tattoo
Oh,
artist isn't
it's
wearing
highway.
gloves, there's a bigger concern than whether he's got tainted fingers. That's a pretty scary thought.
I just, wow.
Yeah.
You know, when I woke up this morning, I didn't think I was going to have this conversation, but I'm glad I did.
Oh yeah. Taint talk. On the Board Dogs Club.
Ah,
Nothing is safe.
Yeah. Let's not show you.
There's just so many jokes that go with that. You know, can't say,
yeah.
Ain't nothing but a thing.
right?
Oh,
Seems an easy life.
She said that's my butthole. I said no thanks. Thank you. I'm done. That was even corny for me. I'm done.
that was terrible.
Thanks. I'll be here all night.
Oh my goodness.
Bam. Conversation dies after the taint talk. Yeah.
Well,
Well, you
it
know,
was a cover up.
Oh, okay.
too easy to follow that up,
Where do you go from there?
One false move, you're in deep shit.
right? And the other, you're either in a deep hole or it's nuts.
Oh,
Ah! Beware the bearded clown.
I'm so getting fired.
Oh. Ah,
So,
all right.
speaking of taints and assholes, apparently there's a big thing with porn stars bleaching their assholes.
Oh yeah.
So there was a conversation around this household about what else they bleach.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know?
Like, do they bleed the butt flaps?
They trim them
Their butt flaps?
surgically. Surgically, yes, they do.
Ooh.
They get a twat tuck. Yes, you heard me, folks.
You can also get that for your scrot.
Yeah, I'm
But-
sure you could. Yeah,
Oh, fuck, you want to do that?
So
because
it
you're tired of
doesn't
tripping
splash
over
the
it.
water.
What?
You're tired of it hitting the back of your knees every time you walk.
I'm tired of it getting
Look,
cold and
Look, I'm
wet.
not a midget, dude. And I usually walk with them on front.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Well, if they're not in the back by now, they're not gonna be.
You know, I can get
One of
instructed.
them is surgically in front. They will not be returning.
I'm thinking
Mm.
that, if the
I know
scrot
you all
gets too
wanted to
big,
know that.
you just get like a piercing, so you can like one on your, I don't know, belly, and you can just hook the
Just
screw
so
to
you
do
can
it.
like hang them up.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm tired of carrying these bitches.
That sounds like a blonde joke that I know. You know that joke right about the hoop earrings?
Yeah.
Huh?
I believe so.
That's usually followed up like by how a blonde turns out the white.
Yeah.
I got it. I will design the ball bra.
With what?
The ball bra.
Oh, they already got like
Or
underwear
ball
that.
bra?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. First
the-
off,
What's up,
I-
bra?
I think we should call it the nut sack.
There you go. Yes. The banana hammock.
Yeah.
The sequel.
No. Brought to you by Johnny No Knock. Yes. Keep your balls from swinging and pounding into your legs.
They already have underwear that had some pouch just for your testicles and then one for your general. So
Who needs that kind of separation?
I'm just
I don't
saying
know.
they got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be some serious separation anxiety.
See, that's America. They're trying to segregate everything.
Yeah. Well, maybe if the general wouldn't be such a dickhead. So,
Right, right. Always looking up at you with that one fucking
Wait a
screen.
minute. Are you saying cock pockets?
Let me see. What would
Oh,
be a
God.
good jingle for that one?
Cock pockets.
you think Jim Gaffigan would make fun of him?
Probably, yes.
Boy.
Wow. Next thing you know, they're gonna have underwear for big deep porn stars, and you just got like you got the side holster. Just throw that bitch in there. I'm Big Draw McDraw.
Did you see that one about the Australian porn star who was like literally they were talking about trying him for attempted murder?
No.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, or attempted murder or attempted rape or something like that when it was with a contracted co-star and
She
don't know.
decided she didn't want to anymore? What? I mean, I don't.
I don't understand.
they've
Yeah.
been in movies together before, but apparently it was too big for her.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I asked if you heard. I didn't say it was our cool subject of conversation.
I have not heard of that. So
His name was Mr. Ed.
No, I'd have to look it up, but I'm not making it up. It's actually a fact.
No, I'm not doubting it. No, doubting
Like,
it.
I know they were talking about it on the Baller Show, and they kind of linked it up, and all the co-hosts had to go and check out and see exactly what the dude was packing.
Damn.
Well, that brings her out that much more.
Yes.
I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit.
All right. Ooh.
oh, goodness.
Yeah. Good time, fellas. Good time.
Pretty sure.
What's up?
Oh, I'm trying to recreate a color.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure that color,
Right
this
on.
mixture, because I have two distinctly different blues with two distinctly different effects. Oh, it's nice gray.
Yeah.
So, was it you, Brett, that suggested I do my characters on this show?
Yes. Highly recommend it.
Why not, man? That's a
I
good
think it's
idea.
marketing. I mean, obviously, while you're making commission, you should work on commission because why not double dip? You know,
No, I
video
get what
and
you're saying. The only thing that keeps me from doing it, like I said before, was that I don't have a finished product yet. And Jake was arguing that also I have a novel that's finished, it just needs to be edited.
you know, which to
Mainly,
me
I don't
sounds like a
know-
great time to start making some images.
Hey,
mainly
I
don't
concur,
know-
sir.
Anyway, what?
I don't know if there'd be an audience for it. Like, I don't know if I have a big enough audience to go that route.
That might expand your audience.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to, but most of the audience that I have here are for different purposes.
Right.
Well, okay, except
But
for
this
okay,
is what I started the channel for, so, you know, I'm in agreement that that's the idea eventually, right?
right.
Not only just my stuff, but your stuff and Jake's stuff and anyone else that I can help build up, right?
Okay. But okay, so like that concept of do I have an audience that's big enough?
Well, an audience that's interested. Like when I say an audience, I'm not talking about the viewers. I'm talking about the people who'd be interested in what I'm doing.
Well, again, so first off,
Okay.
if you got a commission piece, that makes perfect sense. Why you would want to stick with your commission piece, fully support that. But the commission pieces kind of, to me, proved my point. Like you've done portraits of people you know. You've done these pictures for someone else's work. So why wouldn't they hang around to look at yours? Especially, I mean, Luther. I was going to call it the wrong name. I was going to call him Lucius. I was like, no, that's the other one.
Yeah, well,
but,
I like L names apparently.
That's all right. That's like the time you pointed out I like Q names. I'm like, yeah, that's true. So, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm just saying, I think that, you know, if people are willing to watch you make a portrait of your friend, or, you know, when you're doing Cthulhu, all right. I mean, are you really attracting a whole bunch of Cthulhu people, or are you really attracting art people?
Right.
So,
Well,
but especially someone like Luther, that's got to be visually, like, just, there's a whole bunch to play with, that guy. So I would think that he would be visually interesting.
I would say he is, which is why I haven't decided to try to turn that into a graphic novel, because I think that would be a huge challenge to do.
Well, okay.
Well, as a graphic novel, because because of the nature of the character.
Right. Well, then I was also, like, my son overheard, so I was telling my wife, I asked my wife, because she's way more into marketing than I am, and my son overheard, and he was like, well, maybe he doesn't want to solidify the image and, you know, outside of the prose, because, you know, I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's what the same thing as putting a cover on. And I was like, plus,
okay, so thinking about, like, just because you said that, I have to interject that a cover for the type of novel that I'm doing,
yeah,
could very well just be a silhouette.
it could be, but
Especially because it's basically a neo-noir
right,
feel to it.
but
But it's not really that. I just don't want to. I have to have some kind of assurance that nobody's going to steal it and run with it.
oh, well, I mean, technically it's copywritten, and
Well, I don't know if it's technically copywritten, but like I can prove whenever I put up a video, I can prove that, you know, the video was done at a certain time or whatever. But
there's that. But also, like, I know you've discussed with me how you kind of think about writing, and you put like that's a creative energy, and art's a similar creative energy. And so, like, when you're doing your writing, you want to focus on the writing stuff. And so even if you don't want to necessarily do a scene from your novel, I was still thinking that list is partially done before the novel starts. So, like, you could just do one of the other names that doesn't actually appear in the book, because why not? I mean, just as
one of the other names that doesn't appear in the book.
well, you know how you have the list of names, right?
The bad guys?
Yeah. And you don't. And the list is partially done before the book starts, right?
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. So technically, you could take one of those names that's already been crossed off the list and make an image of that happening. Just, like, I don't know.
It's not going to be a secret. Like, I haven't really talked much about the novel, but it's not going to be a secret that Luther is the way Luther is.
I know.
And I just kind of hold off on saying anything but until I know for sure what I'm doing with it.
Okay.
But like, it's not a secret that he's a composite of a bunch of different people, because that's the core of the story, and the story is not just about that. It's about why, right?
Right.
So I just didn't really think about it. I have the image that I have for Luther in my head. It's kind of patchy, ironically.
Yeah.
But because it's patchy, I just haven't nailed a solid. Nailed a solid exact look for him, and that's part of the issue with it, is that Luther's going to change. And this is a giveaway, actually, because that's what's supposed to take place in the second novel. There's changes that's going to happen to Luther.
Spoiler alert!
Because of the trail that he's really on.
Yeah.
At the end of the 13th name. But yeah, like, I could do pictures of like Moravians and werewolves and warlocks and whatever.
Yeah.
I already have done a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could probably, without much wrecking of the story, do a picture of the dawn.
Yeah.
I just really hadn't thought about it in that light. I brought it up because I was going to tell you that I liked the idea.
Okay.
That I thought about it quite a bit. And that I am on the tail end of it. I just finished editing the second chapter, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to put an alternate ending to that second chapter.
Yeah.
I just haven't quite decided yet.
All right.
Like, as far as the ending of the second chapter, I'm talking writing here, not drawing or painting. The bigger thing with the drawing and the painting is more that I just haven't had time to really sit down and work on it. I did do a watercolor sketch of him.
Yeah.
You remember? Or did you see it?
I think so.
Let's see if I got it at hand. I probably don't. It's probably off the floor. I keep a water painting kit out in the car. Yeah, looks like it is.
Oh. Yeah. No. Happy little tree.
Nope, not trees.
Oh. Little cut with me. You're so good, no fun. Man.
The werewolf that I did, that was from Alpha.
Yeah.
I want to find an artist that'll pick it up because I don't have the time to keep up with it all. But I'd love to have someone pick up Alpha and want to illustrate it. Because I think it would really make an awesome comic book. And I've talked to a few guys. Nobody really has been solid about it. So
Thanks. Well, it's a lot of time to devote to a product that's not necessarily yours. I mean, I could see where it'd be hard to get help.
Mm.
in that case, it would be like either a share of the profits or a page rate once the page rate cost came through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I haven't even gotten anyone serious enough to give me a page rate.
Be right back. Yeah. Still here.
I was going to do it myself, but like, I don't have time if I'm going to do this. That's all I would be able to do. And I don't know if that's all I want to do, you know?
I get it.
I haven't fully invested into the 13th name, but I'm trying very hard not to be like, that's my baby or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's the road to heartbreak.
Mm.
No, it is, because if something doesn't work with it or whatever, like, I can self-publish it or whatever, but I'd much rather have a chance of getting published in a place I respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought about it pretty hard since the suggestion was made, and since Jake was saying that he agreed.
Right.
It's
Well,
so friggin' hard for me to just pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
My thing would be,
Maybe nobody really knows what I mean. Maybe I don't know what I mean.
I just don't understand what the downside of I mean, again, if you're doing like work right now, like you're getting commission. I get focusing on that, but if you don't have anything, that's when I would work on.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I see what he's saying. If you don't have anything, instead of thinking of
No, I
something to do,
completely understand. That's
so, yeah.
the thing is right now. It's like, I don't know if I'm going to have a time that I don't have anything.
well, that's fine. I mean, if you don't have time, you don't have time.
I do like the idea. So maybe I'll just, after this painting, I'm going to take a break from this anyway, because I don't know what the next project is, or if I'm going to actually be
doing all 4 seasons.
what?
All 4 seasons. This is winter,
Oh,
right?
oh, yeah. No, I'm supposed to do all 4 seasons, but I don't know if they're going to try to do them, or they want to do them all in one shot, or,
Right.
at different points. I don't want either one of them to feel like they must do.
Right. Got it. Nobody in the chat. Where are you guys?
They got scared away by all the tank talk.
I guess so, man.
Sorry.
Ain't just talk. They came to got scared away by the team talk.
It wasn't just the
There's
tank.
a hit song called Tainted Love that's on Sirius Radio every freaking day.
When Thaddeus and I were trying to come up with stuff for Bonar, my wife was like, you should have one segment where it's called Just the Tip. and you give advice, but at the end you say, now remember, that's not advice, it's just the tip. And
Yeah. Are you feeling shafted?
the stuff that my son was talking about yesterday, oh my God. They were talking about, he started talking about just really inappropriate stuff, but putting it through a Star Wars lens.
All
It was
right.
just,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. It was terrible. At the same time, I was trying not to wreck the car because I was laughing. But
Oh yeah.
something about
Yeah,
some girl being like,
there's some slow times that they want to come on the show.
Yeah.
have them pop on. Yeah.
I don't know if pop on would be the way I'd phrase it, but yeah, sure.
That's like whenever his brother is giving him grief, he'll say something like, hop off my nuts. And it's just like,
Yeah.
Never get off my cloud.
Yeah.
Don't step on my cloud.
So, if you were Bob Ross, basically you just killed all the happy little trees by squashing them with a grumpy mountain.
I
Yeah.
just put some fucking happy little trees right there. What the fuck?
It's fucking happy. Wonderful.
It wasn't the happy little trees I crushed. It was the happy big fucking trees that was crushing everything else.
That's true.
You don't
They
like
were
the mountains?
ants.
I was kind of fond of it.
It looks like A lonely mountain.
Oh, the lonely mountain.
Put some goats on it.
Happy little goat.
Yeah. King of the hill, man. Transform. You can't tell he's never done the cover-up tattoo. Huh? It was a tree, now it's a mountain. Let's go. Thank you.
Well, you can still see the trees if you look really close for a
No,
little,
you know, any cover-up you can
for a
see
little while. No, I wish cover-ups worked like painting.
No,
Yeah,
I
that'd
think
be a
you
lot
can
easier.
see a little bit of the original. In every
Yeah, I'm
cover-up.
saying I wish cover-ups would work like this because then I could just paint over it.
Right on. Brat
You
done.
can see that in the first layer of the painting or whatever, but in the seventh layer, it's gone completely.
Right. Absolutely, folks. Paint magic. But,
You know, I don't really get the chance to paint mountains very often.
right.
And, you know, there's quite a few of them around here. They're not like the California mountains where the Rockies are huge.
There's mountains in Maine. No way.
Katahdin, the end of the Appalachian Trail.
Bang, bang.
Gotta make the trees more detailed for fucking Brett.
Fucking trees. Fucking happy trees.
Happy little motherfucking trees.
Oh, it's painting with Samuel Jackson. There's a happy motherfucking tree, motherfucker.
Better be happy, motherfucker.
There ain't no motherfucking trees on this motherfucking mountain.
That's right.
Sit your gold ass down. Yes. Yep, it's dog break time. I'll be
I'm
back,
gonna break the
Billy.
dog. Oh.
Gotta walk the dog. I shall return.
Rich, what do you think about Frank Miller's art style?
Oh boy. I actually like it. You know, I know a lot of people don't appreciate it, especially nowadays. But I'm a big fan because Frank Miller's art style is not about Frank Miller showing off how good of an artist he is. It's about telling a story. And he does that in spades. I've never been disappointed with his storytelling in his art. Matter of fact, it's caused emotional uprisings.
I was asking just because when you were talking about, drawing Luther, some of that I just made me think Frank Miller would do an interesting take on some of that.
No, actually, Frank Miller was a pretty good inspiration behind Alpha.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Sin City
Oh, okay. Yeah.
inspired Alpha, except for Sin City has a lot of different cast of characters, and Alpha was a love story. You know the twist. But it was dark, gritty, set in a kind of an alternate New York.
Right.
His wasn't really supposed to be New York. I actually think Sin City, to me, evokes feelings of Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, it should, because
Right, but
called
Sin City is actually a truncated for Basin City.
Oh, okay.
And if you think about it, where else is... What other city do you know of that has tar pits? So it's kind of LA, I think. Intentionally LA, but it just makes me think of Vegas because of the whole Sin City sin.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that wasn't thoughts going through his mind at some point. Yeah, I think Frank, after he had his stroke, people started mistaking the fact that he was... I think they mistook his art. They thought, oh, he's a tired old man that should quit and all this other stuff, but Frank Miller is notorious for not liking superheroes.
Yeah.
So when you look at his Batman or Superman or whatever, they do look childish, but I think that he's making a statement with that art that a lot of people ain't picking up on.
Okay, so what do you think that statement is?
Well, he doesn't like comic book characters, and what's happened to comic book characters is an awful parody of what the characters were meant to be. I don't want to try to define what Frank Miller is thinking, but I do want to point out that the guy has never had a problem conveying his stories or his thoughts. That's gotten him in hot water quite a few times. Fucking Holy Terror. Have you read Holy Terror?
Nope.
Yeah, they pretty much were trying to cancel him after Holy Terror, but he was in New York during 9/11, and Holy Terror was one of his ways of dealing with what was going on. It was originally written to be a Batman story, Batman and Catwoman, and you can tell. Oh, joy. It sounds like the cat's vomiting. Oh, it's the staircase? Eli, nope. Eli, it's the staircase. Thank you for that. Maybe. I don't know, but that sounds reasonable. It definitely sounds reasonable. Water. Got to go the opposite way that the camera is, where I think the camera is, to make it work. Yeah, so I'm kind of reworking the end of chapter 2. Because I don't like the way... There's something about it that I don't like at the end.
Uh-huh.
Because... kind of ends in a dream, so I don't think it should. Can you see this?
Can I see what?
The mountain. That's a little bit clearer. Be careful not to cover up Brett's tree.
Uh,
That was great timing, Eli.
oh, did that point. Wonder what?
He says, ha 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 ha, ain't funny.
Uh,
Nobody else wanted to admit him.
Roger, old doctor, you're on the air.
That was my shin.
You're what?
My shin.
Oh,
You know, will let me know why it's there.
oh,
It's looking out for me.
all right. Sorry it took so long. I was trying to tan my taint in the moonlight.
Dude, you don't have to tame your taint.
You'd be surprised, my friend. You'd be surprised.
You don't have to tame your taint. That's one
Oh.
thing I don't think you have to worry about.
Shit. I get naked, shut the lights off, it looked like a giant lightning bug. I asked you all kind of glowing.
Sure. Tell people quit shining a flashlight on your asshole.
Well, yeah. The money's good, so, you know.
Right, $20 is $20.
Right? Yeah, yeah. As long as they're shining it on it and not trying to stick it in it.
Right.
But
Flashlight.
say,
not
no
flashlight.
way, not for less than $50.
Flashlight, not flashlight. I like that better than the trees were supposed to be.
I agree. Yeah. Kind of an ominous presence just like looming over everything.
Oh,
Yeah. Exactly.
I would say put it to the chat whether or not I should do one of my characters. Maybe that's what I'll do on Saturdays. Of course, that wouldn't be fair to you, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. I need a better job. Anybody out there watching, hiring, give me a call at me. Once again, that number is beep. Only thing missing is the Nazgûls flying around the mountain.
Can't wait to see what happens when that darkens up.
Very good.
Oh, fun times.
You don't feel.
Oh,
Oh, it went really quiet.
Sorry,
Yeah.
there's a work email I'm dealing with.
Yeah. All right, all right.
How about you? Got nothing?
What's that?
I said, how about you? Got nothing?
Not at the moment. Yeah. Steve found a job.
All right, cool.
Yeah, man. He's up at Saddlebrook.
Doing what?
Cooking. Jake started working up there too. We went for his interview today and they hired him.
What?
I said Jake went up there too and went for his interview today and they hired him.
Okay, but that sounds good too.
Jake's the guy I was telling you about.
Yeah,
He
I
does
don't
the
know him. though.
keyboard.
I didn't know he was looking for a job, I guess. Because you see, well, no, I don't want to talk about that anything.
Alright.
You probably don't want to. I'm not happy. It's not dark enough.
Alright.
I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, all right, all right. Yeah. Surprised ain't nobody been in chat.
Well, a couple people have watched and a couple of people have bolted, so.
Man. Well, you know.
Yeah, I do. That was my blue. Blue, 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 there.
All right. All right, all right. Very well. Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I was looking for a darker value, but still bluish.
Right.
Turns out it had to have a lot of black in it. Black and brown.
Blue, double blue.
The other thing is I gotta leave it the hell alone to see how dark it dries.
Right.
Which I'm finding nearly impossible to do. Wow, it's pretty good looking.
Yeah.
That is good.
It's not even done, but yeah, like I have to actually look at it on screen to
Right.
see what it looks like from a distance because I can't get far enough away to see
Right on.
what it looks like from a distance. But it leads you much more into the piece, I think. Problem now is it's too lonely down here. Too desolate down here. It should be desolate in the middle.
Why don't you put a wolf standing beside her?
No,
No?
no, no.
But why?
Because the point is her.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that.
No, if I put a wolf in there, then it takes away from her. What I've talked about doing is putting some trees, a much closer set of trees, smaller,
Right.
in the lee of the mountain. And
Make
then
it
maybe
birch
putting
trees.
a couple that cut across here after I get all the flames and stuff done, I like here, so that you're looking through the tree a little bit, so that there's some contrast. There's dark here, and then there's white.
Right, that's why I recommended birch trees.
What's that?
Birch?
Birch?
Yeah. I think it'd break it up nicely. I don't know. Could be wrong.
Hey, I'm not opposed. My thinking was to have a darker tree so that I could focus on the fire and her.
All right.
But the tree just being in front of it, not just like one line across it.
Yeah.
Like if I was doing something from the foreground right across it or something,
yeah,
birch would be fine. There would be no question. But it could be birch. There's other similar trees to birch that are a little bit darker. I don't want it to be prominent. I mean,
right.
It doesn't have to be as many color variations as is in the mountain.
Well, see, the reason I said birch is because you can reflect the light off of that. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like trying to bounce it off of brown. You'll be able to use your colors in there.
Well, I kind of want the darkness of the brown.
All right.
Now, I was thinking of something that has, like what I was intending to do here that was too big.
Yeah.
Was a couple of trees that have like stripped branches because I want to show it's winter.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I don't know. I've got a patron, and I'm sure she's watching at some point. She will give me her opinion on the matter. Which ultimately, that's the most important opinion on the matter.
True.
Even though, now I'm really happy with the mountain, and I want to do more. I can see the attraction of doing that because it's kind of therapeutic. You're not all worried about what's going on or whatever.
Right.
And I think at this point, we need some trees to show there's some distance between here and here. So. I don't know. I also don't want to cut off the light source from all this purpleness.
Right.
But it's kind of looking bare at the bottom now. If I was doing it for a magazine cover, that would be a different thing.
Right.
So today's focus is here, and then I want to try to get some flames in around the castle. Could probably do that. Work on the castle. Then I've got to let the whole top dry so that I can tape off the sword, because I want to get a nice clean edge on the sword.
Right on.
She stands out more, the sword stands out more. I think this right here takes away a little bit from her because it's the contrast right there. So I may need to darken that sky. Yeah, because the mountain's got a little bit of light on them, showing that there's an alternate light source.
Right.
But my eye keeps getting drawn right here. And point of highest contrast, it's the point of highest contrast. That right now is the point of highest contrast, so I got to darken it some. I can darken it with the same kind of blue,
Right.
but I just have to darken it enough. And when I put after it all, I'm going to come in with a hair and do strands of lighter color, and same thing around her.
All right.
I don't really know what to even put in the description box nowadays. It's all the same thing. It's little details and fine tuning. Yo, you use those paints yet at all?
What's that?
You use the pastels at all yet?
Not yet, man. I've been all over the place right now, yo. I ain't been able to sit down and think. What I always have is something come up. It's weird. But I shall. I promise.
Yup. Let's see. You know what?
What's
I
that?
think that's a good idea.
What's that?
I'm gonna mess around with this brush.
Alright. You gonna do the flames with that brush?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some of that because it's not supposed to be detailed flames. So,
Right on.
and I'm working with semi-transparent colors, so.
There's some flames coming out of the windows and shit.
I think I'm gonna put those in with a smaller brush.
All right.
I might come out of a couple of them,
Right on.
but yeah, I'm gonna. Water down this yellow.
Nature's eraser.
Man,
Yeah.
mankind, that's nature's eraser.
Yep. I'm under a firm belief that man is a parasite living on the earth, feeding off of her, taking her resources. That's why all these new diseases keep popping up and shit.
Man does create that shit, but
Every living thing has a way of getting rid of parasites. You know? This is my philosophy. Something to think about. Discuss.
that's supposed to be man's dominion. That's my philosophy.
Yeah, but we ain't supposed to.
We're supposed to be taking care of it,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
there are outside influences, I believe.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They never get credit, you know what I mean? The outside influences never get credit. It's always, oh, God let it happen. or
Right.
or because it happened, there is none, you know, or it's just
Yeah.
whatever.
Eh,
The bad stuff couldn't be happening because there's something bad that's influencing it.
right.
Nah.
No.
Society couldn't be warped because of, one cunning creature.
Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. But if you think about it, if man wasn't on this earth would flourish.
Maybe.
It's pretty crazy, but yeah, indeed. Our chemicals wouldn't be polluting everything. You know, we wouldn't
What?
be. I said our chemicals wouldn't be polluting everything. Yeah. The forest would be able to grow back. The oxygen would become better. The ozone layer would fix itself. You know. And that's what I'm afraid of with the whole AI thing. Because if they program AI to save the world at any cost,
What I don't get
no
is
distance. What's
how
that?
come none of these motherfuckers have watched Terminator?
I'm sure they have, and they're like, no, it'll never happen to us. It's fiction.
Right. No, it can't be true. Wrong movie.
My father ain't black.
Huh.
Well,
That magazine couldn't do that nowadays.
I know. Was that bad or was that cracked?
It was Mad.
All right.
Mad was famous for doing the movie parodies. Plus,
Yeah.
it was Mort Drucker's art. Rest in peace.
Right.
Mort Drucker was awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Matter of fact, if you look at Dan Panosian's art, Greg Capullo's art, you can see Mort Drucker's influence in it. I mentioned something about that to Dan Panosian when he posted, I think it was a Conan piece that he was working on.
Mm.
See if you guys.
Yes. I can see it.
So weird.
Mm.
This camera, I'll put it literally back where I had it, and it won't be where I had it. Yeah, okay. Now I guess it's time for smaller details in the windows. I don't think my patron ever told me it was okay to say her name, so let's just know that it's a her.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Logan asked me if I needed brushes, and I'm like, of course I need brushes.
Right?
And we'll always need brushes. The problem is you can't afford to brush this.
It's like asking a crackhead if he needs a rock.
I get to use my Princeton 00.
Yeah.
I've actually been saving this to work on her face. On the finer details.
Yeah. Very cool.
But it should be good for Windows too. Hmm.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I want to put light sources in all the windows, but if I do that, then the contrast changes again.
Right on.
I got to be careful how far I want to shift it.
Yeah.
I think the biggest fire should be in the manor house. I'm gonna have to tell Renzo I love this freaking brush. I really do. He's painting like little details of this, and I can totally see why. It's very comfortable.
Right.
This is not a 00, it's a 0, but it's still badass. Highly recommend.
All right.
Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I am not yet at our primo level though.
What was that?
I said I am not yet at our primo level though.
Nah,
Our primo means all in one shot.
right. Oh, damn.
Huh?
I was just saying, damn. That's all, bro. It's been a long day. Oh, man. Oh,
How was your day, Brett?
Oh,
Are you
that's
still doing
fine.
the email?
Well, that's everything was fine until the email.
mm,
And it's nothing bad. It's just I have a feeling a student is telling a parent not quite the real story.
You mean the story they want?
Yeah, well, this kid yesterday, I noticed that like at the end of the class, he was watching a video instead of doing work. But he said he had everything done, and there were other people that needed my attention. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care. I mean, it's high school. You're either going to get it done or you don't.
Right.
And apparently he didn't have it done. He never even started it. And that assignment is a prerequisite to other assignments. So then he couldn't do the other assignments, which I warned about. And his mom is thinking that I'm just not letting him do work and that I'm making him do assignments before class starts. I'm like, no, that's not true. They're available before class starts, but you don't have to do them. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't even know where these kids are before class starts. How would I don't care.
Right? High school.
I mean, if, I've never had a parent upset that I allow assignment to be done outside of class. Oh, no. But she's mad that I'm giving assignments before school even starts. And I'm like, that's true, but they're not due before school starts. And this is like 10 questions. Like, just opening activity. Like, it's review stuff.
Right.
And so I don't think that the student is being very upfront with what is actually going on. And the kid's father drops him off at school, but he's showing up to my class late, and I'm like, well, that's cool, but show up earlier. That's all I can tell you to do. If she doesn't want me to mark him tardy, I'm like, well, my boss says mark him tardy. So if you want to talk to my boss and have her tell me don't mark him tardy, I'll be happy to not take attendance. It's just more hassle on my end. So I can do that. But, I don't think that's going to happen either. I think the administration is going to say, show up earlier. So there's that.
Yeah.
It's not like he's riding the bus and the bus is showing up late. He's being dropped off by a parent. Kind of seems to me the solution's right there. That's just me. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, so like he's missing these openings. Okay, fine, whatever. But even today, like there were kids that in the same boat as this other kid. They didn't do the assignment. They forgot about it. Whatever. They're freshmen. I get it. And so they're like, well, will you reopen the opening? Yes. Like, get everything done and caught up, and I will reopen this for you so you can do it, so you can get the points. In fact, if you did it and you don't like your score when I reopen it, if you want to do it again, go for it. I don't care. It's going to take your top score. I don't think any of that's being explained to the parent.
Right.
So, that's cool and all, but...
And why would it? Then they're not the good guy being oppressed.
Right. I mean, and that's what happens all the time. It's just one of those things where it's like, and my mom works for somebody at the school, and I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know what you want me to do with that information. Like, if your mom works for the school, why can't she get them to school on time? I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I'd
have been like, should I bring her a donut?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, tell me who she works for so I can talk to her about what's going on.
Well, I mean, she told me. I mean, I just don't want to say anything online because I don't want to... And again, it's the beginning of the year, and this kid's probably kind of freaking out because my class is different. That's just all there is to it. And I sympathize with that, but,
And she's new to high school.
Well, there's that too, and she's complaining that I don't know her son. I'm like, well, how would I know her son? Especially if he's showing up late. All I know is that he's showing up late.
Right. Oh, that's a tardy kid. Okay.
It's just...
Yeah, right.
And what am I supposed to do about the fact that your son shows up late? Like, that's not my... It's not my rule. It's not my thing. I just press a button. Kid's not there or kid is late. That's all I do.
Right.
I don't penalize them. I don't do anything like that. The opening closes because I want to move on to my lesson plan.
Right.
But I reopen it when there's time to work. If people want to do it, I'll reopen it before school. I'll reopen it after school. All you gotta do is tell me.
Or ask, right?
So, but nobody does it this way, and so how is that parent ever supposed to know? Until she emails me. Right? Now, do I like the attitude I'm reading in this email? No.
No.
But as a parent, I can understand it.
Right.
But it doesn't make my life easier, I guess. So I'm sitting here crafting the email, deciding what kinds of things to mention, and just no parent wants to hear, hey, your kid's kind of yanking your chain. So I'm not going to mention anything about the video I saw the kid watching yesterday at the end of class, but I will mention the fact that, hey, you know how yesterday he was late? He'd also stopped 11 minutes before class was over, and he wasn't done with his work. So he could have used that 11 minutes to get things done.
Right.
So if he's desperate to have an A, that's cool. I'm all for it. And I will make it as possible as I can. But this thing where you complain about having bell ringers, that ain't gonna do it. I'm going to keep on doing that until my bosses say don't do that. But I can tell you right now, that is a standard practice in education.
Right.
Right. That used to be one of my best subjects.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, and again, if the kid had come to me, but he's a freshman, doesn't know, and whatever, I get it.
Sounds like
I really do. It's just one of those. It's just one of the hassles of the job. I try to, especially as a parent, I know what I'm. Like, I get
you should
that.
never be afraid to go to your teacher.
Yeah, I always tell my boys they have to go to their teachers before I get involved.
Well, what I'm saying is that if they're afraid to go to their teacher, there's either something wrong with the teacher or something wrong with the student.
Well, there are lots of kids who don't want to talk to their teachers.
And that's
especially
what I'm saying,
if they have helicopter parents.
That's what I'm saying, is that if the kid's afraid to talk to a teacher, there's a problem. If the kid's afraid to talk to a teacher to get information or to, whatever, it's a problem. Because how's he going to go through life, Part of what you're teaching him, right, is to be able to talk to people throughout life.
I know, and I agree with you, but a lot of parents...
I'm not saying that because, I was shy, still shy, but that was a problem that I had to get past, I absolutely hated to have any kind of speech.
Yeah.
And I had it from 9th grade on, and I fucking hated it. I loved English, but I hated to have speech.
I'm gonna grab some water.
Come on with it. Yeah, without trying to be specific on kids or whatever, but
I know.
They should never be afraid of a teacher. It's either a problem with the teacher or a problem with the kid, right?
I know.
More often than not, it's probably a problem with the kid. It's I don't know.
It normally is, but again, it's the transition from middle school to high school.
Yep.
So that's part of it.
A lot of factors there.
And as much as I know what it should be, I have to meet them wherever they are. And again, I just think it's generally better to sympathize with the student and the parent, because getting confrontational is not going to help anyone.
I wasn't suggesting getting confrontational. I was just saying that the kids shouldn't be afraid. They should.
I agree, but I'm telling you, parents, I'm just thrilled the parent emailed me.
Yeah.
A lot of times they go right to the principal. And it's like, I've never even talked to this parent. I have no idea what the heck they're talking about. It completely blindsides you. So, there's that. I'm thrilled.
Mm. Mm. All right, all right.
We really need to find something interesting for people to get involved in. Nobody wants to get involved.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sad thing for me.
But
That's the whole thing. I want people to be involved. And maybe pick up something new. Definitely pick up something new.
well,
I might pick up something new, you know?
yeah, man. We don't bite.
Anyone else find it really coincidental that Trump was indicted 11 times in Georgia and his statement was that Georgia was that he had definite proof that in Georgia the voting machines were compromised and the vote was compromised?
Well, I
He's
really,
not indicted for that. That's not what they're indicting him for. Well, I guess I haven't looked at all the indictments, but
I don't really think the machines are the way to go. I think there are other irregular, like when you can see them counting votes when they really shouldn't have been. Signature verification was never done. And
yeah,
in
they're not
the case of,
entitled because then they're going to have to prove that there was a legal vote.
right, but by asserting this and asserting that Trump knew he had lost, he now gets to go through and say, all right, cool. But guess what? We're going to need all those records. And we're going to need to see, did you really do signature verification? Because they didn't. And all the things that people say, oh, this has been thrown out of court. Oh, no. It's never been tried in court
That's
at
right.
all. Ever.
Right.
It has only, they've been told you don't have standing. You should have sued earlier, before the problem. You should have sued after the problem. There's
Mike
all
Pence
kinds of,
admitted that he could have done what he was asked to by the president and turned that vote over to Congress or the House of Representatives. And once he admitted that, a lot of the charges should have been dropped right there.
well, and then also you have the case of, I lost my train of thought. Gosh darn it.
Well, the charges were announced before the grand jury came back.
Yeah.
Reuters had it.
Oh, but here's the thing. They're saying that Trump,
That
who ran a
implies
good
that the grand
campaign,
jury just
right,
formality.
but I'm saying that Trump ran a decent campaign. Like, he campaigned, he went out, he did what he's supposed to do. And while we were being hit with the pandemic, overall, Trump had done good things. Like, you could see incomes were going up, inflation was going down, we were getting a border wall. We were securing the border. We had fewer immigrants coming in, fewer
Not immigrants.
illegal immigrants.
Yeah, but
coming
that's not
in.
an immigrant. That is the thing that nobody likes to say anymore.
I know, but sidestepping that issue. So Trump has all these things that he's done that most people agree are good things, and yet this guy who hid in his basement can't put together 4 words in a row, and has a history of lying, somehow gets more votes than Barack Obama. And you're going to tell me, ignoring all the irregularities that happened with the voting, you're going to tell me that doesn't sound fishy at all? That the guy who did the least amount of campaigning ever got the most votes ever? He couldn't get people to show up for rallies, but he can get them to turn out and vote?
Right.
Like,
and in more than 100%.
Oh yeah, the math doesn't add up. There's lots of stuff. Carrie Lakes has already shown how there's no way they did signature verification, and the stuff that she had, you could see. So they showed like you did like 100 verifications in like 10 seconds. How is that possible? But that gets thrown out because it wasn't intentional, supposedly, which isn't part of the statute. And then you have like they've posted images where it's like there's no way in this lifetime you could think those signatures match. No way. And yet we're told, oh no, this is completely safe, completely above board. Bull crap. It wasn't. It was the least constitutionally compliant election ever.
We know it wasn't above board.
Yeah, I know. And if a whole bunch of people believe it wasn't above board, you're going to tell me, oh, but Trump knew. Trump was lying. And the only reason why we think that is that it wasn't above board is because Trump told us? No. I don't care what Trump said. I sat there and I just looked at the information that was being presented. This guy that didn't vote, or that didn't run, really, who looked like he had dementia before he ran. Golly, gee. And they impeached Trump for what Biden bragged about. I'm like, how in the world do you elect a guy that admits on camera that he did what they said Trump did, and then say, oh, but he could be president?
How is Elon Musk not allowing them to have Trump's tweet, private messages in the tweet, any different than Watergate?
Are those before or after?
It's political. It's all political.
Well, that's the other thing. He was kicked off of Twitter during the election.
This is just recent. They fined Elon Musk for not allowing them to have Trump's private tweets.
Right, and I don't think they have a right to him, quite frankly.
Well, technically, they claim that they do have a right to him because they're not. It's not an expectation of privacy, even though it's social, because it's social media. Even though it's a direct message or whatever, there's no expectation of privacy. But that's not true, because everybody, the common man, everybody expects that it's private.
Yeah. Plus,
that's why they call them private messages. But anything that you write, apparently, in any kind of chat on social media, or any kind of messaging on social media, is subject to the government getting a hold of, unless, the owner of that system refuses.
Well, if Trump wasn't on Twitter during the election, in fact, he wasn't on Twitter until well after the election, what in the world do you need as private?
That they're interfering with.
Yeah.
It's not the other election. That's all bullshit excuses to get him into court so that he can campaign. Anyone with half a brain knows that. And the sad thing is that if they would have let him fucking campaign, he would have probably cut his own throat. But what they're going to do by persecuting him is Americans love an underdog.
Yeah.
And they're making him the underdog. They're trying to get a conviction on him before they get the chance to run. But that conviction, I guarantee, is going to be overturned.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that you know what kind of countries use their political office against their political opponents?
I agree, and that's again, if you look at what the Democrats do, they don't let the people of the party decide who their candidate's going to be. It's handed down from on high, using super electors. So it doesn't really matter. And let's face it, you can look at RFK Jr. Here's a guy, he's got name recognition, and yeah, his voice is kind of weird, but overall, he sounds like an articulate guy. So why is it that they are trying to just drag him through the mud? Like, I get why Biden might want to, but I don't understand why the Democratic Party wants to. So I have a serious
He's got a
problem.
name.
What?
And he's got a name.
Right.
He's got a.
He has, I think, broad appeal for lots of
American
things.
royalty as a name.
I know, but if he ever got the nomination, he'd end up dead. I'm positive of that.
What's
So,
that?
if he ever gets the nomination, he'll end up dead. I don't think they'll ever let a Kennedy be president again. I mean, look what happened to RFK. And look what happened to John F. Kennedy Jr. All of a sudden, he decides to go for a plane ride and dies. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all.
No, not at all.
Yeah. No, I think it's ironic that the indictments that they handed down on Trump are particularly in the state that he was pointing out guaranteed corruption, the evidence of corruption for.
Yeah,
It's not super surprising, but that's what I'm saying is that that doesn't sound impartial at all.
Right.
Not at all. This is the state that he accused of fucking election fraud. And wow, surprise, they indicted him. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't think they even have something just to indict him for. But they've been trying since the moment that Hillary fucking conceded. He didn't even get into office before they started trying to fuck him up. The whole time he was in office, they did nothing but try to make him ineffectual.
Yeah.
That actually is treason.
I
You
agree.
want to throw the word around a lot, but that's actually what treason is.
Well, that's just like with the classified docs thing. And people are talking, oh gosh, as president, every document that you want to declassify, you can.
Yep.
There is no process. Like, there's a way that it's normally handled, but there is
but it
no
doesn't have to be.
constitutionally mandated process. Congress can't enact one either. Because,
Well, you know, the other thing, too. Well, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
well, I'm just saying, so he has the power to simply have documents and say he doesn't even have to tell anyone. He can just say, hey, these were unclassified because I said so, and I kept them. And Bill Clinton did the same thing. Barack Obama did the same thing. The Bushes did the same thing. There's a reason why Pence had documents at his house. There's a reason why Biden had documents at his house. But only presidents can actually declassify. So Biden having documents from when he was vice president is a way worse offense than anything Trump has done. And the idea that there is some unelected bureaucrat who gets to decide if the president can declassify something is completely bunk. It's not constitutional. He is the head of the executive. He gets to make the call.
It is common practice that the president turns over documents to the Library of Congress.
That's true, but
the thing that they leave out is that when the Library of Congress asked him for them documents, he was in the process of getting them to them.
Yeah.
When they showed up at fucking Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
It's all crap.
Whoa. Dozed off for a second. Sorry, guys.
What's that?
I dozed off for a second. I apologize.
Sorry.
I didn't notice. Oh. We didn't notice that.
All right.
Because, you've been talking so much.
I know, right? I'm just fucking tired. Tired.
I don't think there's going to be a whole lot left of this show because the mountains are still wet. So I can't really do anything. I'm just trying to bring out some edges and kind of fade out some of the pencil lines for now.
Right on.
Who's submarine?
That was me.
I just put my fingerprints in your painting.
Now the FBI can find you.
Right?
Well, they can find that I painted this.
Yeah.
Although I can't say they ever couldn't find me. I'm not exactly hiding. It wouldn't be much of a chicken though. It wouldn't be much of a claim to say, oh, I found him.
Right.
Like, oh yeah. Did you find a Walmart too? Mm.
Hmm. Hmm. The hell was that?
I don't know. I thought it was one of you guys.
No. Ugh. Yeah.
Trying to see what size plants I have. So
Right.
I'm gonna use a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. Wait for it.
I'm gonna call my kid real quick, man.
We're gonna end it really quick.
All right, dude.
I mean, call Leah, but I'm literally, this is 2.5 hours. I'm just laying out some trees at the mountain's bottom by tapping in some stuff. But
Right on. All right.
and this is the first pass anyway because they will have to need much darker.
Right.
Red, are you watching?
Am I watching?
Looking happy little trees for you.
Thanks. And the happy little squirrels roasting their nuts.
Hey, there you go. And it's not even Christmas.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. All right, that's it for tonight.
All right. Now that my trees are there, I'm okay. I can rest easy.
They're not done, first layers, but they're more accurate.
They're gonna be
Those
there.
are
Though.
grumpy little trees, man.
Hey, fuck you, they're happy.
They're fucking happy trees, man.
Can't you see the smile on their fucking faces?
Yeah. You're smiling out of the asshole.
I want to get a little bit. There we go. Because that's basically the area I worked on tonight. So there's less contrast on the burning castle, but it looks like there's more action going on burning it.
Right.
I'm loving the mountain.
They
I should be
come-
loving her more than the mountain.
yeah.
But right now, I'm just loving the mountain very much. All right, so that's it.
All right,
2.5 hours almost. Yeah, 20 minutes till three hours, but not bad, not bad.
No,
Got a lot accomplished.
Yes, sir.
Looks good. I'm happy with the way it looks. I thought about maybe bringing some trees across in front a little bit, so that maybe she's looking like she's walking out of the edge of the forest. That's probably where I'll go, because I want to maybe put a stand a little bit closer, a little bit darker. So there's nothing so straight, and then the edge lines will climb down to her too.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right. So thank you guys for co-hosting
Hey,
as always.
thank you for having us.
And I'm gonna say the normal. Good night. God bless. Love you all.
Good night. God bless.
Peace.
Click that like button. Subscribe. All that good stuff. Love, cheese, chicken grease. Y'all have a good one.